Okay, alright everybody, welcome back to Trigger Tarot. We're going to get through this today. We're going to do some more of this today. Today is going to be for Aries and Taurus. So we're going to go ahead and get into this here in a second. And so if you're unfamiliar with this, you have trigger sticks that I'm going to be pulling here as well. And so I'm going to have to shuffle this a bit. What ended up happening is that I started with Aquarius and Pisces of last month, and so yeah, it was quite interesting. Sorry about the music there. I like to listen to some music to kind of get me get things rolling here, you know, just so that we can have some energy. But yeah, what ended up happening is I didn't really get the chance. Last month I was like bogged down physically and mentally. Wasn't able to really get that out there. So I started this month with Aquarius and Pisces. I might continue that theme. So Aries, you're used to being first, but now you're actually third. But you're first for this reading here, which is why I circled it on the left there. And Taurus is right behind you. So it's going to be about a half an hour read for you and about a half an hour for Taurus. It seems like I get to this point that it just almost an entire hour long video. So yeah, that's kind of what it gets. That's kind of where we get to there. So let's go ahead and ring the Lady Luck bell so that she's sated and she doesn't get upset, you know.
Bring out your dead!
All right, Lady Luck will, you know, grant us some blessings here, apparently. I think so. If you don't think so, then it doesn't matter what you think because it matters what I think. This is Trigger Tarot, not you Tarot. You're coming here for my opinion. And so, not trying to sound, you know, uptight or overly whatever. I'm just saying that's just the way it goes. I've had some people come and, you know, tell me how to run things here, and I just have to say, well, I appreciate the options, but you know, I'm gonna just do my own thing. So, all right. What we're gonna do here is that this is the angel card. So this is an archangel. This is a spiritual entity that is an influence to you and Taurus for this month here. And this spirit is literally fullness. It's happiness. This is like a good entity here. So this is going to be your core card here. Same for Taurus there. It's going to be a card that's going to help you with happiness. And so we did that. I'm going to pull some trigger sticks. Going to pull this out. These are words from a dictionary. And each word has its own thing. There's going to be positive affirmation here, a negative affirmation here. Now, whatever that means for you, that means that for you. So we already shuffled a lot. I'm going to go ahead and pull the top one for your positive. And I'm going to pull the bottom one for your negative. How about that? Let's go ahead and do that like that. That's what I feel is best. Put the rest over here for everybody else later on. All right, so Aries, you can help me pick this card. You help. You point my finger wherever you want it to go. And I mean that in a cardy kind of way, okay? So, how's it going, Aries? I feel like a lot of Aries have been very quiet lately. Like they're just hiding in the background. Don't know what to say. Don't know what to do. It's very quiet. This one here. Ooh. Well, that would make sense. So this is your U card. This is how you're feeling here. Probably feeling a little sad. Something happened. I don't know what, but it's a 10. Or no, sorry, it's a 9. And then here's the 10 here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull significant other card. Here is King of Swords. Your Journey card, and your Finale card. Okay? So that's that, as they say, is that. But all right, so what do we got here? You're in your head. This has something to do with 10. It's a lot to deal with. You have an angel coming in, trying to tell you to, trying to motivate you. And so it looks like you're going to be going kind of back and forth. There's a lot of dark and a lot of light here. It's back and forth. Swords, cups. You're going to feel, well, I was going to say you're going to feel down in your cups. So you're going to feel down in your swords. So your swords are going to be shorter. I don't know why they're going to be shorter. I don't know why I thought that, but maybe your offensive powers to keep yourself protected don't feel very powerful this month. Looks like your significant other is going to be the one holding the major sword. Looks like you're going to have to go to someone that you feel is your significant other, or they could be a family member or whatever in your life here. Let's pull up a chance card here and see what this has to say. General repairs on all your property. For each house, pay 25. For each hotel, pay 100. So you might have some financial stuff going on here. Could be something to do with that. I would have to say that's a pretty good indicator there. Your positive affirmation here is going to be Safina. This is number 16, page 1601. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video here, and we're going to pull up the dictionary and look at what that means. Okay, Aries, be right back. Okay, 1601, Safina. Let's look for this here. Where is it? Whew. Probably should have looked at the ahead of time, right? Oh, there we go. It's right at the top here. So, Safina. Either of two main superficial veins in a leg, one larger than the other, that begin at the foot. Middle English from Medieval Latin, Safina, from Arabic, Safin. So, I don't know if you got to see it clearly. I was reading from the book, but it is right there. If you can see it right in the middle. Either way, you could look it up if you want to. But, yeah. Two main superficial veins of the leg, one larger than the other. Well, either you have leg veins that you're worrying about, and somehow that's your positive affirmation. Maybe that's made you look into health, trying to figure out things to help with the health part, as far as that's concerned. Knew a few people that had that, and I forgot what the term is, but I don't really have that. I mean, everybody gets veins, and I've got my veins too, but, it's like, you can't do a lot about that after some time. I don't know. It's either something that, it might not have anything to do with that though, Aries. It could be literally something with leg veins, meaning that your positive affirmation is to run more. Maybe you need to get out and do some running. Maybe, the scary flu viruses that, everybody was freaking out about beforehand. And, now they're finding out it isn't as deadly as initially purported. Will help you kind of like relieve you to the point that you can just get out and do some running, because that's the point. Like if you stay inside all the time and you act like the world is going to end all the time, and I'm not just saying Aries, I'm just saying in general, for people in general, you're going to give yourself a sickness. You could have, I don't know if you have good health or whatever, but it gives me the idea that either somebody's going through some, varicose veins. That's right. That's what it is. Someone's going through some varicose veins that lets them look into their health, or it could be for somebody that needs to go out and do some more running because their veins in their legs aren't getting as much blood as they probably should have. Maybe you did a lot of running before all this happened. And then because you had this happen, you had to postpone it. And, you had some financial problems, and maybe it seems like a very physical thing for you, Aries, right now. You could have financial problems. You're like not doing exercise. And the point is, here's the thing: if you tell everybody, "Oh, I haven't been able to," you have to start small, but you have to start somewhere. Either go out for a walk in the morning, at night, whenever you get the chance. You're just like, I've got nothing better to do. Go out for a walk and get that going for a while until the point that you can get back into running again or exercising or whatever. Small steps. Sometimes, because the thing is, if you just jump into something like right away that you haven't done in forever, you might get distracted again and just like totally fall off the bandwagon. You have to like slowly step your way up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. A ladder isn't built that you're going to fly up to the top and you're like, hey, I made it. You have to take each step up that ladder until you get to the roof, And I know a lot of us want to talk about spirituality in that way, but this is spirituality. This is the way this world is. People either go on this side of the hand and they look for the right way to do things, or they go on this side of the hand and they live their life in fear and worry about everything. And a lot of people try to balance that out. And there's good and bads to, overdoing both. Ultimately you want to try to balance that, but you really want to be more positive than you can be negative. And I'm just seeing that, you're in your cups. you're in your feels. I don't know if you're in your cups, but you're in your feels for this month, and you've got a very just person that's there to help you out. I think the fact is you want to cry this out. And if you're a guy and you're like, I don't cry, well, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a girl or boy, man or woman, you're going to cry at some point, even if it's just by yourself. It's just going to happen. It's humans cry. Humans cry because things happen that they weren't expecting, and it's upsetting. So anyways, I hope this helped you out with your you side here. Well, let's look into your significant other here. Let's try to get a perspective here. So we're going to pull 2 cards here, Saturn 6 and a 9 for this. So your subconscious, I would have to say this is more like your subconscious. This is your archangel. This is you, how you feel. Your subconscious is this. Your significant other that will help you out is this. Now, this could be a father figure, maybe even a son or daughter or something like that. This is the entity that will help you with this kind of energy. So this energy here is about taking control. This could be about looking into how to fix things that were contained. Saturn has rings because it's bound. It's bound to do what it's bound to do. And it's got a 6, it's diamonds. It's about some kind of physicality, I think it seems like. And you got 9, which is sort of the flip of that. Your inner core is looking to a green 9, number 9, right? And this matches this. You've got 9 here, 9 here. You're looking to run. Running could help you in some way. Now, whether that's actually physically running away from something, I don't know. I don't fully get that perspective, but it seems like you have to try to take control this month with something. And your significant other is going to be holding the sword, giving you the thumbs up to say, hey, yeah, you can take control. You can do it. You can do what you need to do. So let's look at the journey card here, and let's see what this is. The Hierophant, only on Trigger Tarot, like that. Pull up all the major arcana cards. Why? Lady Luck is always helping me with this, apparently dictating some of these cards here. I mean, that's amazing. Hierophant, your journey is to literally be more Pope-like. And I wouldn't really advocate this for a lot of people, but I think with the way things are in your life, you have to look at these other guys and shave their heads. the people around you that you love and care for. You need to take a razor to their head and just shave it. And they're going to be sitting there on a couch going, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "Well, I'm helping you become more Franciscan. I'm going to make you more like Saint Francis." And they're going to look at you crazy, like you're crazy. And you're going to say, "No, I'm not the one that's crazy. You're the one that's crazy because you don't look like Saint Francis here." Saint Francis was a good, kind, giving person to animals and people, of which he had to help rebuild the church, but not in a physical sense, in a spiritual sense. That was kind of what he was all about. If you read about St. Francis, you'll understand. Now, I know not everybody's going to be like a Catholic denomination, and I was pretty heavily Catholic, but here's the thing, like St. Francis was there to rebuild the church without all the tools that we modernly look at as far as spirituality goes. And so that was kind of what St. Francis did. He was friends with animals, the wolf. He was friends with a wolf. And he just, it's because he had such compassion and love in his heart. I think this is where I'm getting this. It's like, this is the angel that's coming through, that's helping me to interpret this for you, is that you want to be active, and you should. Your significant other is going to help you gain some perspective. You're going to get a very strong perspective, a green light to go forward in life this month, because maybe this reading is helping you. But your significant other is going to be, whether it's your subconscious or your significant other, is going to be helping you with a sword energy, a very powerful sword energy, very powerful control. Take control of your life, move forward, be the Pope, maybe not the Catholic Pope, but I don't know if you can try out for that. I don't think there are tryouts for that. I think that's sort of dictated. But you can definitely shave your friends' heads and say, "Hey, Trigger told me to do so, and it's because this angel told me to do so. So if you have to come back to me because you shaved your friends' heads to make a bowl cut, or to make a Franciscan friar cut, and you're like, I did what you told me and they were upset with me. I'm just telling you, this is what the angel is guiding me to tell you. So if you do it, don't come after me. Ask your angel why it has all this happiness and why their heads are bald." That's what I have to say. Disclaimer, don't blame me. I'm just pulling the cards, that's all. So Siberia here, look at that. Now I said that right, and if you have an extra troop, you can put a troop on this card once you turn it in. If you have Siberia, when you're playing Risk, just so you know. What does Siberia have to do with anything? You're going to feel like you are sort of in prison. The whole thing. Now, if you're not an American, people think of Siberia, they think of cold, and they think of a Siberian prison. And I think of whatever they saw when I watched James Bond movies. And I'm sure some other people that have actually been to Siberia know there's more to it than that. But I'm just saying, from an American perspective, or at least my very small perspective, that's what I'm thinking of. So you're going to feel like you're kind of caged in here. And you're going to feel like it's kind of a cold way of moving forward. The sword is a naked steel, and it's cold. Metal is cold. Yes, it gets hot if you're using it with stuff, but generally, if you just touch a sword, it's going to be cold. Why? It's not generating energy. It's not generating heat. We can get into a whole other topic about that, but you're going to feel like this is a cold way of going forward. The people around you that really care about you are going to wonder why they're bald, but you have to do this, so get out that razor and start cutting hair, all right. So more swords. Look at that. It's number 7, but look at this. He's looking behind him at what he did. He's almost literally, dude is like almost literally sneaking off with all these swords. He's literally a thief. I mean, the way it looks in this picture, he's like, there's tents there. He's a bit of a nomad, and he's taking his swords and he's looking behind him. He's trying to sneak away. He doesn't look like he's confidently looking away. He's like, oh, man, they didn't notice I took these swords, did they? So you're going to be able to, what I get out of this is you're going to be able to take away some of these swords. You're going to sneak away with them, or this archangel is going to help you get rid of them. And you're going to be left with a lot less anxiety. Now, there's still 2 swords there, right? But you did get some strength from either yourself or someone you know to push forward with this. And it looks like, because you've got 7 here, there's down to 2, right? It looks like your significant other broke or destroyed or got rid of some of those swords there, or you did, because you got the green light, you became the Pope, you moved forward, and you're getting rid of 5 swords. So it looks like you're having a slow journey here. Looks like you're having a slow time of, trying to get through this. But it looks like it's working. Things are starting to work. It's all about taking control of your life, though. That's what the message is here. Let's see what the negative affirmation is here. Medea. Ooh, Medea. Also a place in the game called Chrono Trigger, if you ever played it. Medea is number 20. I'm going to pause this. We're going to look up the word here and finish up this reading for you, Aries, okay? Okay, I'm back. All right, so I looked at this here, and Medea, if you look at the top here, if we get up right up to here, Medea, Greek mythology, a princess and sorceress of Colchis, who helped Jason obtain the Golden Fleece, lived as his consort and killed their children as revenge for his infidelity. So, this could potentially change a lot of my understanding of this reading, maybe. Now, maybe this applies to 1 or 2 people watching this, and I don't know, I can't say, but maybe the fact is they're sneaking in here of swords. Maybe the fact is there's some infidelity or family problems going on here. Now, it could be really, really bad. I don't know. I don't know you from Adam or Eve, but there's definitely some problems going on here. Looks like things are getting better. Looks like, half of these swords are being taken away. I don't want to say maybe you cheated, but maybe somebody you know was unfaithful, or maybe you were. I can't say. Or maybe you haven't been, but maybe you might be tempted to be. Maybe somebody will pop in your life that'll tempt you to be unfaithful. And this is where things could go definitely wrong. I mean, everything that I just said about Medea, actually I think Medea, the town in Chrono Trigger, has nothing to do with this. But as far as this is concerned, this is a very concerning thing. So Medea, watch out for this. Or if you aren't wholly true and faithful, then you're going to have some pretty bad problems. This is the negative modifier. This is the positive one. What I'd have to say is, whatever happens, get yourself into a baby step system of getting out, doing exercise. If it's running, great. If it's, working on something to fix your property, great. If you have to shave your friends' heads to be holier, so that you can, finally, become a better person in life, maybe you got to do it. Maybe in a metaphorical sense. I don't know if I can physically say in a physical sense. I don't think I can technically say that on a video. But, if I, whatever happens, it's the cards. It's the angel that's helping you here. This angel has a lot of abundance for you. Now, I think the fact is you're going to keep your abundance moving forward. If you're not unfaithful, or if you work on being faithful. Because here's the thing. If you start thinking of a negative thing and you start asking questions, you start going into it, you start doing this, you throw the snowball down the hill, it's going to get bigger. Unless you can get down that hill and stop that snowball from rolling, it's always going to get bigger. So it's really like more of a warning at the end here. Like, watch out for what could happen. Either you could potentially do it, or someone you know could potentially do it. But maybe if it's not you, maybe make a reaffirmation with the person you're with, or not just a reaffirmation, just like spend more time with them, your significant other. Spend more time. Let's see what a secret mission card has to say. Conquer the continents of North America and Australia. So North America and Australia, whatever that means to you, that's what that means here. And could have something to do with a pursuit that is in North America or Australia. I don't know. I think the fact is, if you look at North America and you look at Australia, you're looking at free thinkers, free people. Australia broke away. North America broke away. North America initially was its own sovereign, native land. There's a lot of freedom elements within North America and Australia. At least that's what I see. So in the freedom that you have, you can strengthen a partnership. You can become holier. You can become better, and your archangel that's helping you is going to help you do so. But you're going to feel pretty sad in your feels initially, but then you're going to realize there's going to be people on your side. And if there's not, you'll be able to push forward with this and conquer, this unfaithfulness, this evil that could be a part of your life or could creep into it. You're going to be able to do it. But important part is you're going to have to go out and do exercise. You're going to have to either exercise your finances, or you're going to have to exercise yourself with your veins, or look at your health. But you have to do this in order to be prepared for what could come next. So that's what I have to say. I got a feeling like rolling a die here. Let's see what this does. 1. Blue 1. So maybe the fact is you are the one. You might have some help, but this is really going to be based upon you for this month. You're going to have to really push forward with this. Do this yourself. Baby steps. Get out, do some walking, maybe do a little jogging, or do the walking first and then getting the jogging. Take 3 days of walking and then 3 days of jogging, and then maybe a day of running, and then 3 days of walking, 3 days of jogging, a day of running, until you get back into running or something like that. Whatever gets you back in a healthy frame of mind, because having more oxygen in your blood is going to help you think clearer, and it's going to help you see things clear. Okay? That's all I've got for you, Aries. I hope this helped you out. Let me know in the comments down below. And, subscribe. We're going to move on to Taurus next year. And so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle all this stuff, and we'll get into this Taurus. So 1 second. Let's get here. Let's get into it. All right. Welcome back, Taurus, to Trigger Tarot. Hope you're having a good time. And so what we have here is your number 2 on the read list here. And we are 35 minutes in. So if you want to timestamp that, you can. But what we got here is we have this for our Archangel card. This is the angel that's helping us out. It is an angel of plenty, angel of goodness, which is great. Absolutely great. And so we're going to have to go ahead and pull up a U card here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so Taurus, you can help me with this one. I hope you can. I like Tauruses, although sometimes they're a bit bullheaded, and understandably so. It's my opposite side, so I kind of know a thing or two about them. But you know, I know people come by and they always think, "Oh, you need to be with the opposite side." Why? They don't. You don't have nothing in common. I mean, you understand the other side, but doesn't necessarily mean you're attracted to the other side. I mean, that's not always the same thing for everybody, but at least for me in my life, I've been kind of noticing that. So, Taurus, not to say it couldn't happen, but just saying, at least for now, you know, maybe keep going the way you're going. You know, be a little stubborn. Get what you need to get. You know, because maybe that's the thing that Scorpios need to understand too. So we need to be a little more stubborn. Stop playing the savior role all the time. Be a little stubborn. Maybe that's something that Tauruses can help with Scorpios, and that Scorpios don't fully get. You know, a lot of people put Scorpios down for this or that, but the fact is Scorpios are kind of sort of like, and I know some people are going to get on my case about this, but they're sort of like the Jesus character, you know, out there, ready to, you know, say what they have to say to get retribution. And anyways, all right, Taurus, help me pick the blah, blah, blah. I can't speak anymore. I can't speak anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and mime the rest of this. I don't know if I can. Oh, okay, mime's not working here. All right, Taurus. We're going to pick the card. Pick a card, any card. Back here or up here? I messed up, didn't I? I'm not really getting a feeling, Taurus. Are you even there? Do you even exist? Are Tauruses real? Has every Taurus I've met been a fake? Not really a Taurus? I'm sure there's some real ones out there. Oh, look at that. Your U card. Victory. Number 6. So you've got the Knight of Wands or the celebratory Knight of Wands. Not exactly the actual Knight of Wands, but you've got that. I go ahead and pull your significant other card, which is the Moon, your Journey card, and your Outcome card for this month. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull up some trigger sticks here. So I shuffled like a bunch of times and getting the feeling like I have to pull the top one for your positive. For your negative, middle card or middle stick. Okay, all these other trigger sticks are going to be for the other signs, and that will come up quite soon. I'm doing these daily, so each of these videos is going to come out the very next day. As long as I don't get held back by anything, we should be able to get most of these signs knocked out, within the beginning parts of this month. So if this message carries over into next month, I guess it might. But I'm going to try to get them all done very soon. So anyways, you got happiness here. You've got a horse with sticks, your positive affirmation. Your positive affirmation is racing. And I saw this word in the dictionary. I'm like, wait a second. I probably should use it there. It might come up as a negative affirmation. I'm surprised it came up as a positive affirmation. We're going to look up ricin here, which, if you don't know what ricin is, you're not necessarily in for a treat. But well, that wasn't too hard to find. 1551 rice. Ricin. Right in the middle. A poisonous protein extracted from castor bean and used as a biochemical reagent. So it's a poisonous protein extracted from castor bean. So poison of a castor bean is your positive affirmation. I have no idea how this is any bit possible. But somehow castor oil, or finding out about castor oil, or the bean, or ricin, the poisonous prospect of it, you probably found out someone was trying to do you wrong. I get this feeling like you're looking up at the moon is angry, and you're upset with these dogs and this lobster. Like this, someone tried to almost, I don't want to say someone physically poisoned you, but someone probably metaphorically or spiritually is either casting spells or, because spelling is spells, if you didn't know that. But it could have something to do with someone's trying to put you down. Someone's trying to give you a bad name. The whole ricin thing. Someone is trying to do you wrong. You're feeling it. 6, 10, 18, 3, 3, 3. What I'm seeing here is there's 3 wands here on this side. The 3 cups are bunched up together here. Like on this picture here. These 3 are just jammed together. And then the 3 at the end and the 3 here. Could be 3 people. It could be 3 people. You feel have either done you wrong or maybe have done you wrong. Now maybe some didn't, maybe it was just one person, but you feel like you've found some poison in your life. This happy angel here is showing you abundance, and you're upset. How do you get to this abundance? How do you work with this angel here to help you with this abundance, right? Because you feel like 3 people are kind of, sort of betraying you, Taurus. Sorry, it's kind of sad. If it's not that, let's look at a possible community chest card to see what the possibilities are if that wasn't the case. Get out of jail free. This card may be kept until needed or traded. Oh. Oh, man. It might have something to do with someone might have said something stupid. I'm not saying they're full on betrayal, but they might have said something stupid they feel bad about. And now you have a reason to say something stupid back to them in retribution for what they said to you. Now, I'm not saying that that's the right way or the right call, but somebody did something to you to the point that you get to have a get out of jail free card now, whether you did the research to figure out who did it or what, you're becoming Detective Clouseau and, maybe a little smarter than him, but you're becoming a little bit of a detective here and you're figuring things out. You get a get out of jail free card with this person or this entity or whatever. And it looks it's on the wings of an old man angel. So, like It's a Wonderful Life. What's the guy's name? What's that old guy's name? It starts with a C. If you can remember. Clement. I can't remember his name. But your angel is showing you that you have a way out. Their karma is going to lead to the possibility of them maybe being a better entity because you figured it out. Now you're like, I get my get out of jail free card because you had yours. That's going to put them on point. Let's see what ends up happening here. Your significant other is Neptune. So this could be a significant other. This could be a friend of like what we're talking about here. It's a spade though. It's infinite spade. So it's Neptune. It's creation. It's coming up with new ideas, new concepts, new things. Very watery, very emotional. And you're a 5, right? So you are a yellow 5, which matches this right here very heavily. Seems to me like that's a part of the case. So you get to get this get out of jail free card here with a 5. So 5 is for human. They say 6 is for man, but honestly, I think human is 5. 6 for man came later, of which case I'm not totally sure that's fully the case. I still think humans are 5. But it does give you this get out of jail free energy here. Right? So, how are you going to utilize that? That's the case. How are you going to utilize this? What's going to happen in the middle of your journey here? You're going to have a bunch of swords. You're going to have a 6. Moving up to 6 with swords. So you're taking a step forward. You're still feeling the pressure of what's happened to you with this ricin. Now, it could be not a real ricin, but it could literally be like, I feel like they defamed me, they spoke ill of me, and I'm upset, so you're moving forward, you're kind of looking away, you might be maybe ending some friendships, I don't know, but if you're not ending friendships, it seems like they've given you a reason to feel better about yourself because they're like, you get a get out of jail free card because we screwed up. And now you're kind of on top. Now, the point of friendships, there is a little competition in friendships, but really the point of a friendship is not to have competition. In a relationship, if you have competition in a relationship, now, if this is an actual relationship with a significant other, this could be completely ending, which this is looking away. This is like rowing your boat gently away from the freaking unending emotional spade of a person that you were with. This could be an ending of something. Maybe a family member, maybe a friend, maybe something was poisonous. You're moving away. Now you can choose to keep moving away, or you can use this get out of jail free card. Let's see what this has to say. You're all okay. So you're all going to go one way or the other, essentially. That's what that means. Don't question me. I know what I'm talking about. I've done this for almost a year, and I'm still an amateur, but I'm a pretty damn good amateur. I'd have to say that. If I don't, if I have to brag a little bit about myself, let me sit here for 5 minutes and brag about myself for no reason whatsoever. And Taurus, you'll just totally just sit there and listen to me. But I don't want to do that for all the other viewers. I don't mind with Taurus, in which case maybe I have to look into that and maybe I have to change that. Maybe that's a part of my life I have to change myself. But let's keep going here, Taurus. I don't want to slow this down and make this all weird about myself, because this is about you, So let's go ahead with this. Let's pull up the finale card here. Let's see. The Page of Wands. So, as I've said before, all the major arcana cards, of which case we've gotten at least 2 of them. I think of this one as the Knight of Wands, but you know me. So, outcome is a Page of Wands, and the negative affirmation is Scalawag. Page 1609. It's number 2. Scalawag. Okay, let's pause this. I'm going to get the dictionary. I'm going to read it to you, and you're going to love it. Or maybe you won't. I don't know. 1 second. I'll get right back to you. Scalawag. What could possibly be a scalawag? Let's look it up here. All right, so we are on the right page here. You can see that. Scalawag. Let's get you up to snuff there. Informal. A reprobate. Reprobate. A rascal. Number 2, a white southerner working for or supporting the federal government during Reconstruction. Origin unknown. A scalawag. So a scalawag is something you should look out for, because it could be messing you up. Maybe this is the scalawag here. Maybe your other person you were thinking is a scalawag. Maybe that's the case. Maybe you're going to free yourself from a situation here. And the scalawag is something to look out for. The only true way to get through this is to look out for the scalawag. Because the scalawag is not good. There's poison where there shouldn't be. And you're moving forward. If you look at it like this, you're very confident on your horse. You're very confident out in a desert. You're moving forward. You got these wands. You got 1 wand in your hand. All the other wands are being held somewhere else. You got 1 wand here. All this matches. There's 2. So 2 could mean a significant other. 2 could mean somebody that you know. Somebody has maybe been a scalawag that you think of, and maybe has contorted the truth, made you look bad on purpose, of which case you get a get out of jail free card, because get out of jail free card means, well, you pay to get out or you're innocent. So either one, what I mean in this situation is that they did something to you of which they're like, hey, well, I guess you could do it to me. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the great thing. So what I see with this here is that, Taurus, you're going to take the high road, because you're 5. Your human side, your human aspect here is going to move forward. Let's pull up a risk card. Destroy all green troops. Now look at that. Destroy all green troops. So what it would potentially mean for me here is we've got to take away, we have to take away the ones that are mostly green. This is very heavily green here. And we have to take away, as the poison works on this card too, we have to take away all these cards. They all go away. Now what do we got left? You're all, I guess that can go away too. It doesn't matter. So what do we got left here is you got Archangel card helping you out. You're going to feel a little bit down. We took out the Confident You card because you were confident to start, but it got a little bit rocky, feeling like you were with other people because that card also had other people in it. In the background here, if you can see these other 1, 2, maybe 3 people back there. Like I was saying, 3 people. There's 3 entities here, 2 dogs and a lobster. So the dogs, I don't know, I'm thinking Capricorn, maybe a couple of Capricorns and a lobster, maybe a Capricorns and a Cancer. Or maybe a wolf and a dog, and I don't know, something that would relate to that. That's up to you to discover. But it looks like you're getting rid of the idea of these people. Like, you're like, you messed up that bad, I get this get out of jail free card, or we're not friends, or we're not together anymore. They did something to wrong you in some way. You know, I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say, if nothing has happened, like look into it, because you could create a problem just by thinking there might be a problem because you're looking for answers all the time. So you could like whip yourself into a frenzy over nothing. But if there is something wrong, and if this does apply to you, Taurus, for this month, then definitely get your get out of jail free card. You're going to feel like you're in a desert. It's going to feel very hot, very emotionally hot, alone. But you're going to be able to call this other person for the scallywag that they are. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus. I don't have anything else to go over or to show you. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know how it goes. I hope that you were able to use your get out of jail free card. And the fact is, sometimes just hanging on to the card itself can put other people in their place. I'm just saying, it looks like you're taking the moral high road here. You're like, what? I don't need to look, you're not looking at anything here in particular. You're just not looking at anything here in particular. You're looking away from the situation. You're taking the moral high road. You have become the happy part of yourself. You're looking to yourself for your happiness. And it looks like it's going to work out, and it looks like you have a potential to put this other person or this other entity or entities in their place so that they might actually look to you for guidance instead of screwing around and doing stupid things all the time, to the point that you can actually be, the very thing that they look up to. And that right there, that is going to make you feel very happy, because you're going to have this 5 here. You're going to have this Page of Wands. You're taking this journey by yourself. You're going to be very, very happy doing this. And this happy angelic spirit here is helping you to get here. So this happy angelic spirit is helping to get there. And this subconscious, your subconscious will help you. You have a lot of potential for the month of October. So you're going to be looking at things. You're going to take things in perspective. You're going to see a spade for a spade. It's an infinite spade. It's infinite creative negative energy. You're going to see it for what it is. You're going to push past that. You're going to look away from it. You're going to look forward. You're going to have a happy life, and others will look up to you. You're guiding the boat. You're leading yourself into happiness. If other people follow you and start to come along, maybe at some point they'll come along your way. But the point is, look out for the scallywag. That's going to help you see it. It might just be some friends. It might be some family members. Look out for the scallywag. Move forward in your life and don't give it attention. The reason you're looking away is because you're not giving them attention. You're giving yourself attention. You're giving yourself this happiness, and they'll follow suit. They may not be the scallywag at the end of the month, into the next month. They might not be. But initially, maybe they are. So follow your own path, Taurus. Looks like you're doing well. I really don't see anything else to pull up. I feel like I nailed it here. On Trigger Tarot, we nail it. We nail it into the ground. If it's a vampire, we nail it, boom, into the ground, stake through the whatever. It doesn't come back up. It doesn't come back up. It stays dead. So I think that's what you're doing this month, Taurus. You're keeping your vampires staked to the ground and dead. They are not coming back. So I think this card is going to help you out a lot. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave some likes and subscribes and all that sort of stuff. Let me know how this worked for you, Taurus. If your sun, rising, or moon, those are the three that I'm kind of like gunning for with all these. So if anybody asks me any questions, it's for your sun, rising, and moon. So whichever one this applies to more. Now, what I've read and what I've gone into to try to figure out is that if you're born after sunset and before sunrise, you might be more of a moon sign as far as like how you portray yourself to the world. Now, I don't know if that's totally the case, but sometimes for me in particular, I kind of wonder. So, just saying. But I'm going to end the video here. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you next month. Take care, Taurus. And previous sign, take care, Aries.